Welcome into In-Game Live, presented by Nissan. Ashlyn, Sullivan, Ron Jaworski here with you. It is halftime. The Eagles are down 3-0, and we are coming off watching that play live in the office. I'm all for being aggressive. I get it, Jaws, but that seemed like not the best decision to get the points.
I'm exasperated right now. These play calling selections are a little bit confusing. We dominate the first half. Who would have thunk 3-zip Saints at the half? Well, I thought it might be 21-20 the way these teams are playing offensively, but the Eagles hung in there. They should be in the lead right now, but they are not. Jalen throws an interception, has a fumble. You know me, turn the ball over, you lose.
Yeah, you did. You said it in pregame, and he has one interception. He has one fumble. He has that red zone interception, and now with that, the point, I mean, you were preaching on it pregame, 4 interceptions, 2 red zone interceptions, just 7 straight game with a pick. It's at the point where we have to start talking about this. Where do you go from here with Jalen?
Nowhere. He's fine. I mean, he's made bad decisions. He's a veteran player. Unfortunately, he made those decisions. You got to live with them. But the one thing you always know about Jalen, he comes right back.
Yeah.
He made some great throws in that last drive. Although we don't get any points because they hold us on a 4th down fake tush push. But Jalen has great character. Nothing seems to faze him. Made 2 big mistakes in the half, but he came back and led a big drive down the field. But I think the biggest surprise might be the way the defense has played. It's been, I know it scored 3-0 going, whoa, but then I think the defense after that first drive literally shut down the Saints completely. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter having big games inside. I mean, big games. They are moving people around. They're pressuring Derek Carr. They're stopping the run. Right now, the defensive line has been outstanding.
Yeah, and that's really good to see, especially after last week. And when we're looking at the stats here, the Eagles are dominating in every single category, especially offensively. And that is what is so brutal about these turnovers is that you look at it, this is a night and day difference in the stats. For example, just in yards, 191 yards to 71 yards. Eagles should be winning this game convincingly.
But they're not. Turnovers, it's the biggest thing in the game. You turn the football over, you're going to lose. And right now we're losing, but this game is not over. I think they clean things up. I'm a little worried now with our right guard and our right tackle out right now. So that's a little bit of a concern for them. They held, the backups held up, but the Saints are going to attack that. When you got backup players in the offensive line, teams adjust. They will attack those 2 players. But I still like the way the Eagles have played this first half. They should be ahead. They're not. If they made some, I think, questionable coaching decisions and 2 interceptions or 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 fumble have really been the difference right now.
It really has. But what's encouraging to see is we talked about it all pregame. Could the Eagles stop the run? Could they finally do that week 3 of the season? And so far, so good. 32 yards rushing. Alvin Kamara with just 33 yards. They've been able to stop him, keep him back convincingly. That's really good to see for this Eagles team.
Well, here's it coming in this game. The Saints offense was averaging something like 6.9 yards per play. In this first half, 2.5 or 2.6 yards per play. So the defense has literally shut them down. They've had good pressure. They've had a few blitzes integrated in, which I think is something they haven't shown a lot of. But with the interior of that defensive line playing well, Huffy made some plays, so got everyone excited early in the game. Maybe the $51 million man will start making some plays for us. But I think all in all, you got a great defensive effort. The offense was very good except for the turnovers, and I think the second half, I still think we're in very good shape.
It feels like that, and especially I'm curious your perspective on that interception because I'm seeing a lot of people say that was actually Devontae Smith's fault, that he didn't finish his route, that he looked hesitant to cut back. What did you see on it?
It's a really tight throw. I mean, Jalen made the great play to Smitty last week, the same type of throw. That cover 2 look down with the hole open, and it is a hard stick throw. He got it in last week. The backside corner safety did not fall back inside, and he squeezed it in. This one he didn't squeeze in. I mean, it's one of those when you throw risky balls in the middle of the field, they're risky. You're going to get touchdowns, you're going to get interceptions, and unfortunately, this one became an interception. I'm not questioning where he went with the football because that shows me that he can really trust what he's doing with the football.
Yeah, I also think it's encouraging to see for the Eagles offense. We talked about no A.J. Brown out again for a second straight week. And we talked about it in pregame where he almost relies too much on Devontae Smith. We wanted to see him spread it out more. How about Dallas Goedert?
Oh, I know you're going to get to that. That was your pregame pick, your bold prediction.
And they called me crazy saying, no way he'll get that many. So that was great to see. But I was a little confused about Saquon Barkley not getting a carry in the first quarter. I thought they were going to feed him early and often.
Yeah, I really felt the same thing. I thought, Barkley is such an integral part of this offense. He would be the guy. But you were correct, Dallas. So, with 7 catches, 80 yards, and I mean, that's a heck of a half. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's a game for him.
Yeah.
Of course last week I had him as my pick, and he only had 3 receptions. So you must know more than I do. So, but good choice for your bold prediction.
Thank you very much. Well, Jaws, what would you like to see different in the second half?
More points.
Yeah.
I don't think this game's going to play the way it's played. I think the Saints are a veteran team with a veteran quarterback. They know what they're doing. They came into this game with the hottest offense in the NFL, averaging 45 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get their act together. They have too much talent to do this, but I also think if the Eagles just eliminate their mistakes, they'll be fine. They will be fine. The way this first half went, I thought I had the Saints winning the game. I think the Eagles are going to win it.
I like to hear it. The Eagles, as of now, down 3-0 at halftime. Thanks so much for tuning into In Game Live, presented by Nissan. Ashlyn, Sullivan, Ron Jaworski here with you. Stay tuned for Eagles post game live on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Coming soon.
Thank you, Ashlyn.